Yeah, it was. You get back, and I mean, everybody's. Good thing is everybody's on the same page. You have to get back and get ready to play. Two tough conference opponents in Midwestern and Cameron, and we told our ladies. I mean, we've said it from the very beginning. I mean, when you're picked preseason number one, I mean, the target's on your back, and our ladies have understood that. And I think that they came back after Christmas. You just could kind of see a renewed focus and intensity and energy and ready to get after it. And honestly, I felt that those last two games, Midwestern and Cameron, probably are our two most complete performances of the year on both ends of the court. So very proud of how they played.
And then that loss you had to Tampa, what did you really learn from your team in that loss that bounced back for those 2 wins?
Yeah, I mean, we scheduled the game, over a year ago against Tampa because, first of all, you knew they were a good program and try to prepare you for what hopefully is to come in the postseason. Tampa's got probably as good of a post presence that we'll see all year. I mean, they're really good, and our girls battled the entire game. I mean, we had some, a couple kids that were banged up. Zam was still getting back. She wasn't fully back at that point. Had a couple other kids kind of get banged up in that game, but we learned. I mean, those girls continued to fight throughout the game. It wasn't they just gave it to them, and so. And you turn around and respond the way we did in the last two games, and especially after the few days off, I was very proud of them.
Speaking of Zam coming back, not necessarily always scoring, but just how important is her presence as a leader there on the court?
I think it's a great point. That's a great point. I mean, she's extremely valuable to us in that role. Like you said, I mean, I think she can score, she can guard, she can still do all those things, but just her presence on the court to be able to, to verbalize things that maybe other kids don't see. And to be that encourager when somebody needs that encouragement. She's been awesome. She's been just, I've been fortunate to be her coach now for 5 years, and you can't imagine a better leader on the court. I mean, everybody looks up to her, everybody respects her. Everybody calls her the old lady of the room just because she actually is married too. So, but it's she's her leadership. I mean, it's hard to put a value on what she brings in that role.
Carly had 2 great games this past weekend as well, coming back into LSC play. What have you really seen from her growth so far this season?
Yeah, it was really important. I mean, I know that the last few games before the Christmas break, Carly struggled a little bit, from the floor, wasn't shooting the ball great. So it was really good to see that ball go through the net and get some confidence going. But the one thing that has always impressed me about Carly is her effort on both ends of the court, but especially the defensive end of the court. Whether she's scoring or not, she's always shutting down the team's best player on the perimeter. So Carly continues to. I think her confidence is growing more now, and that's great for us, and probably unfortunate for other people.
Not only Carly, but a lot of players. Taylor stepped up that weekend as well. Some other players that we're just kind of getting to know as well. Just how great is it to see that you can go to anybody almost and get that open shot.
Yeah, we feel like we have anywhere from 5 to 6 kids that can get 15 plus points on any night, and but one of the things that we take a lot of pride in our program is sharing the basketball. Like yesterday's game against Cameron, we had 18 assists to 11 turnovers. I mean, that's what we take a lot of pride in. We want everybody to be involved in what we're doing. I think sometimes that hurts us in the end with postseason awards and stuff like that, but overall, the girls get the win column. Hopefully we can get that conference championship and stuff like that, and that's what's more important than just the overall accolades and the stats. And so the girls sharing the basketball, they feel good about anybody. Like you said, whether it's Lauren or Carly or Holly out there, they feel like those girls will knock down a shot. And so it's been fun to watch.
Hit the road this weekend, Angelo State, Permian Basin. What do you like about those matchups?
These two matchups are interesting because they're complete opposite styles. I mean, Angelo, both the teams do like to play fast. So Angelo will try to really press on your transition defense. They like to play kind of spread out. Their post is not your traditional back to the basket. She likes to face up and use her athleticism. Defensively, they're going to play man to man and really try to pack the paint, take that away from you. Permian Basin, they still run that crazy 1-3-1. That they're going to fly everywhere and try to create turnovers and things like that. So, it's one of those things where you're preparing for one team and then you got to kind of just throw that away and get prepared for the next team the next day because it's just two completely different teams and be two tough games. I mean, and I think Angelo's 10-2, 11-2 or something like that now, and Permian Basin's right at 500, so it's going to be 2 tough road games.
Also, a couple big milestones. So you get your 20th and 21st straight. What is it like playing the club?
Oh, it's the best home court advantage in the country. I mean, we're very fortunate to be here. These fans show up every day. I tell our ladies all the time, the fans will be there. Like even yesterday, I mean, I saw several of them were getting out of church, going to grab some lunch, and then head over to the game. I said, they'll be there, ladies. We can count on that every game, and so it's nice. I mean, and you look back at it, the only time our last setback that we've had was against the number 1 team in the country in Drury. So, and even before that was against Central Missouri, who at that time was ranked 7th in the country. So, I mean, we've been able to take care of business here, and if you look at our home stretch so far this year, I mean, I think our closest game was 11 or 12 points, and so we've been able to take care of business here, and we've got to continue to do that the rest of the year.